Why Indian society fears people who think differently? Let me ask you a simple question. Have you ever had an idea, a really good idea? Maybe you wanted to take a gap year, start a business, even marry someone your parent did not pick, or just not become an engineer. And the moment you said it out loud, the entire universe collapsed on you. Your relatives started calling. Your mom cried. Your neighbor, the one who barely passed class 12th, suddenly became a life coach, and everyone had the same advice. What will people say? If you have lived in India, you know exactly what I am talking about. Today we are going to talk about why Indian society gets so uncomfortable, sometimes even aggressive, around people who think differently. And trust me, stick till the end because the answer might actually surprise you. It's not what you think. First of all, we understand the village brain. For thousands of years, India was a land of villages, and in a village, survival was not an individual sport. It was a team game. If one person broke the rules, the whole community could suffer. So conformity was not just a social preference, it was literally a survival strategy. Think about it like a WhatsApp group. You know how one person starts forwarding conspiracy theories and then suddenly the whole group is fighting. Now imagine if that group was your only source of food, shelter, and protection. You had to be very careful about what you post to. That's the origin of India's Log Kya Kahenge culture. It was not created by jealous aunties. It was created by necessity. The problem is the world changed, but that old wiring, it stayed and now it runs on autopilot. Even when there is no actual threat, that village is gone, but the village brain, that is still fully active. Now we understand. Weapons of society. When someone dare to think differently in Indian society, the society does not just disagree quietly. No, it has a full arsenal. Let me introduce you to the three big weapons. First one is the guilt trip. This is the most classical move. You say you want to do something unconventional, maybe pursue art or live alone, and immediately someone says, after everything we have done for you, nobody asked you to do those things, but suddenly your dreams are a personal attack on your entire family tree. The guilt trip is very effective because it does not argue with your idea. It just makes you feel like a bad person for having it. And second weapon, the real world warning. This one comes dressed as wisdom. It sounds like ये सब ठीक है पर real life में ये सब नहीं चलता. All this is fine, but it does not work in the real world. The funny thing is, the person saying it has usually never tried your idea themselves. They are giving you advice based upon on a world they imagined, about a life they never lived. It's like getting fitness advice from someone who has never exercised. Very confident, very wrong. And third weapon is the comparison missile, the most devastating one. Look at Sarma's son, very famous dialogue. शर्मा जी का बेटा देखो. This legendary character, Sharma ji ka beta, has cracked every exam, got every job, married at the right time, and apparently has no flaws whatsoever. He is basically a myth, a ghost story, told to underperforming children. No one has actually met Sarma ji ka beta. He doesn't exist. The comparison missile is designed to make you doubt yourself before you even start, and unfortunately, it works a lot. Why it really happens? Okay, but here is the real question. Why does society fears people who think differently? Is it jealousy? Is it control? Is it just plain backward thinking? Partially, yes. But there is a deeper reason that most people don't talk about, and this is important. When you start thinking differently, your existence becomes a question mark for everyone around you. Because if you can choose a different path and be okay, maybe even happy, then it means they also had a choice. And that is a deeply uncomfortable thought for someone who gave up their dreams, because that is just how it is. It's not that they hate you, it's that you remind them of a version of themselves that they buried long ago, and that's painful. So it's easier to call you reckless, irresponsible, or crazy than to sit with that discomfort. Think about Sudha Murthy, co-founder of the Infosys Foundation. When she was young, she wrote directly to J.R.D. Tata, challenging gender discrimination in hiring in the 1970s in India. People thought she was out of her mind. Today, she is one of the most respected women in the country. The same boldness that society once mocked become the thing they celebrate. Or think smaller, closer to home. Every city in India has that one person who left a stable job to start something, and the whole mohalla talked about them like they had lost their mind. Fast forward 5 years, same mohalla is broadly saying, हाँ हम तो पहले से जानते थे. Yes, we always knew he had made it classic. It's changing, but slowly. Now here is where I want to be fair, because if I just sat here and said Indian society bad, think differently good, that is too simple and honestly a little lazy. The truth is, not every unconventional idea is a good idea. Some people confuse thinking differently with refusing to think at all. Not every rebellion is wisdom. Not every tradition is a trap. Indian society, for all its flaw, also gave us joint families that catch you when you fall, communities that show up at 3 a.m., and a sense of belonging that many individualistic cultures actually envy. The problem is not that we value community. The problem is when community becomes a weapon against individual growth. When we is used to silent I, that is where things go wrong. And here is the good news. India is changing. Slowly, messily, imperfectly, but changing.